Hello, I'm Bernard Norcott. I work at the Blueford branch of the Kansas City Public Library. For April of 2025, which is National Poetry Month, I am reading selections from Spoon River Anthology by Edgar Lee Masters. This collection was published in 1915, and it, in a sense, is meant, I think, to be read as a walk through a graveyard where we happen to see various gravestones. We see the names on them, and then the dead who are buried there get to speak their truth to us. I'm reading 3 or 4 a day. They're fairly short, and there are a lot of them where I won't finish it by the end of the month, but at least you'll have some sense. So here we've got Percy, Bysshe, Shelley, so someone named after the famous poet, Flossie, Cabanis, and Julia Miller. Percy, Bysshe, Shelley. My father, who owned a wagon shop and grew rich shoeing horses, sent me to the University of Montreal. I learned nothing and returned home, roaming the fields with Bert Kessler, hunting quail and snipe. At Thompson's Lake, the trigger of my gun caught in the side of the boat, and a great hole was shot through my heart. Over me a fond father erected this marble shaft, on which stands the figure of a woman carved by an Italian artist. They say the ashes of my namesake were scattered near the pyramid of Gaius Cestius, somewhere near Rome. So here we've got sort of a poetic young man. His father had was a wagoner, built wagons and sold them, and sent his son to get a university education at the University of Montreal. He has a fondness for poetry, it sounds like, and he accidentally kills himself. There's a monument put, but it's a cenotaph, so he is actually not here, though the monument is here. His ashes were scattered near the tomb of Gaius Cestius near Rome. So, and there is such a thing. It's shaped like a pyramid, it is an actual, tomb on the Appian Way near Rome. Flossie, Cabanis. From Bindle's Opera House in the village to Broadway is a great step, but I tried to take it. My ambition fired when 16 years of age, seeing East Lynne played here in the village by Ralph Barrett, the coming romantic actor who enthralled my soul. True, I trailed back home a broken failure when Ralph disappeared in New York, leaving me alone in the city, but life broke him also. In all this place of silence, there are no kindred spirits. How I wish dews could stand amid the pathos of these quiet fields and read these words. So, here's a young woman who saw a production of East Lynne starring Ralph Barrett, fell in love with him, went away with him to New York, had dreams of being on the stage. Those dreams weren't materialized. Barrett himself sort of took a powder and left her alone. So, not a happy story. Julia Miller. We quarreled that morning, for he was 65 and I was 30, and I was nervous and heavy with the child whose birth I dreaded. I thought over the last letter written me by that estranged young soul whose betrayal of me I had concealed by marrying the old man. Then I took morphine and sat down to read. Across the blackness that came over my eyes, I see the flickering light of these words even now. And Jesus said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, today thou shalt be with me in paradise. So here a young woman who married an older man to basically give legitimacy to the child that she was going to give birth to. But it sounds like she either committed suicide or accidentally overdosed with morphine, but sees this light that despite what happened, that she's still going to be in paradise. So this is, of course, one of the things about this collection is that it's sort of scandalized some people in 1915. But people like Ezra Pound loved it, and Carl Sandburg loved it